家康よ。織田に加担し、我らに立てついたこと。
は、恐れ入ります。
Despite loving Musou games, I've somehow managed to avoid the Samurai Warriors series until now. The Sengoku Spectacular is widely regarded as one of the better spin-offs, but my love of Gundam and Zelda have meant I've not had time to whip out my katana until recently. Later this month we'll be getting the 5th instalment of the series, and after playing the first 2 chapters I can confirm that Musou fans should be excited. Maybe I'll even learn to pronounce Musou. Luckily for newcomers, Samurai Warriors 5 is a revamped version of the first game's story. It spans from the end of the Onin War to the incident at Honnoji. The early portions of the game I've played follow a young Nobunaga Oda before he became known as the Great Unifier of Japan. Don't worry if this all sounds dry and historical to you though. In reality, the story segments are as campy and over the top as ever. The real draw of Samurai Warriors 5 is the hugely compelling gameplay. Get ready to face off against thousands of enemies at once. Expect to chain together combos ending in huge slices and columns of fire that kill scores of foes at once. This core loop of Musou games hasn't changed a great deal since the PS2 days, but the flow of combat and potential to use special abilities mid-combo really does make mass murdering feel better than ever. My personal favourite addition to the game are ultimate skills. Brought across from last year's One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, you can equip each character with 4 abilities that recharge for a little while after use. In the opening couple of chapters I've been able to equip powerful ultimate skills that counter tougher enemies, a rush attack that chains combos together, and a bunch of stat boosts to give me the advantage in a tricky fight. The extra layer these abilities add to the combat really does improve the gameplay. All the characters I've played as so far play totally differently from each other. There's a nice variety of speedy sword experts, slower but more powerful spear users, and even ranged bow fighters. I've only been able to try around 10 of them with over 30 planned in the full game, but I've enjoyed each in their own way. So far, the story missions I've played have all followed the standard mould. 2 armies fighting for supremacy over a huge map. Over the course of the battle, you'll get objectives that will help push the enemy back and eventually reveal their leader for a boss fight. Along the way you'll need to take down powerful foes and captains that spawn more enemies so they don't overwhelm your forces and capture your base. I assume we'll have a little bit more variety in missions further into the game, such as killing a set number of enemies to win within a time limit, but these traditional wars of attrition are my favourite anyway. There's an entirely different game type called Citadel mode available at launch too, but I wasn't able to try this in the preview build provided. Outside of missions, there's plenty to keep on top of. Each character has their own skills and weapon proficiency to upgrade. This can grant you all sorts of buffs in battle as well as entirely new ultimate skills. You'll also find a ton of new weapons on your travels, each with upgradable abilities such as attack buffs, range buffs and adding elemental damage, and slots to put new ones in. There's even a stable for you to spend your hard-earned money on better horses, which you can zoom around the battlefield on while battering fools to death. It's worth mentioning how great the new graphical style looks too. Inspired by traditional Japanese art, the characters and attack effects are gloriously colourful. In action, it looks especially impressive, and I'd say it's one of the best looking Musou games to date. From what I've seen, Samurai Warriors 5 doesn't add much new to the genre, but it's a polished and beautiful game. The combat is as satisfying as ever, and I can't wait to jump back into the vibrant world of Sengoku era Japan later this month. Hey there, hope you enjoyed that preview of Samurai Warriors 5. It was written by the lovely Lyle Carr. If you did like it, please consider hitting like and subscribe, maybe tag that bell icon too so you're kept up to date with all the new content we post. Let us know in the comments if you're planning on picking up Samurai Warriors 5. Are you a fan of the franchise, the genre, or are you giving this one a wide berth? We love to hear from you guys either way. And if you want to support us via Patreon, you can go ahead and do that. We really appreciate everything that you guys do for us. In the meantime, that was Lyle Carr's preview of Samurai Warriors 5. I've been Mick Fraser for God is a Geek, and you guys have been lovely. Bye.